The antique shop was shrouded in an eerie stillness. It was tucked away on a forgotten side street, hidden from the bustle of the city. Its dusty windows, like the vacant eyes of a forgotten elder, barely allowed the weak sunlight to penetrate the gloom within. The air hung heavy with the scent of aged wood, musty fabric, and forgotten memories. Eleanor Reed, a young woman with an insatiable thirst for the peculiar, found herself drawn to this curious haven. She had an unexplainable fascination with objects that whispered tales of bygone eras. As she stepped across the threshold, the bell above the door tinkled a melancholic greeting. The sound echoed through the labyrinthine aisles, disturbing the silence that had reigned for years. Eleanor traced her fingers lightly over the surfaces of forgotten treasures. There were porcelain dolls with glassy eyes, their painted smiles tinged with a haunting melancholy. Tarnished silver cutlery gleamed faintly in the dim light, whispering of grand dinners past. Each object seemed to possess a silent energy, a residual echo of the lives they had touched. Eleanor's gaze fell upon a carved wooden box, tucked discreetly on a shelf amidst a jumble of antique trinkets. Its dark, polished wood was cool and smooth beneath her touch. Intricate patterns, indecipherable yet strangely familiar, adorned its surface. She felt an inexplicable pull towards it, a sense that it held secrets waiting to be unveiled. Drawn by an unseen force, Eleanor lifted the box. It was surprisingly heavy. Its weight felt oddly comforting in her hands. As she examined the intricate carvings, she felt a prickle of unease. It was as if the box itself was watching her, its unseen eyes following her every move. Despite the unsettling feeling, Eleanor couldn't resist the allure of the box. It called to her, whispering promises of forgotten lore and hidden truths. The shopkeeper, a stooped figure with eyes as old as time itself, named a surprisingly low price, almost as if he was eager to be rid of it. Without hesitation, Eleanor made her purchase. She tucked the box securely under her arm, eager to unravel the mysteries it held. Back at her apartment, Eleanor carefully placed the box on her living room table. She traced the contours of the carvings, her fingers lingering on the smooth, cool wood. A sense of anticipation, mingled with a sliver of trepidation, coursed through her veins. She sensed that this was no ordinary antique. It was a gateway to something beyond the realm of the ordinary. As she lifted the lid, the hinges groaned softly, like a sigh from the distant past. The musty scent of aged wood wafted up, filling her senses. Nestled within the velvet lining lay an antique hand mirror, its silver frame tarnished with age. The glass was cloudy, obscuring its reflection. Yet, Eleanor could sense a faint energy emanating from it, a subtle hum that vibrated in the air around her. Intrigued, Eleanor picked up the mirror. As her fingers brushed against the cold glass, a jolt of energy surged through her. The room around her seemed to distort, the familiar furnishings twisting and blurring at the edges. She gasped, her breath catching in her throat. For a fleeting moment, she felt a disorienting sense of vertigo, like the very fabric of reality was unraveling around her. The image in the mirror flickered, the clouded glass clearing momentarily. Eleanor caught a glimpse of a scene that was both unfamiliar and deeply unsettling. She saw a bustling city street, but it wasn't a street she recognized. Towering structures, sheathed in shimmering glass and steel, scraped the sky. Sleek, futuristic vehicles zipped through the crowded streets below. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, the vision vanished. The mirror's surface returned to its opaque state, reflecting only Eleanor's stunned expression. Her heart pounded in her chest. She questioned if what she had seen was real or merely a figment of her imagination. But deep down, a primal instinct whispered that she had been given a glimpse into a future yet to come. Determined to understand the strange power of the mirror, Eleanor continued to peer into its depths. Each time she caught fragments of visions, fleeting glimpses of events that seemed both random and unconnected. A chance encounter with a stranger at a crowded market, a sudden downpour that transformed the city streets into raging rivers, a news report flashing across a holographic screen announcing a groundbreaking scientific discovery.